will definitely factor in. It seems to sit quite well with me. Make me thirsty because I can add quite a bit of sodium, but then doesn't upset.
Was your HVR higher this morning? Does that mean you're not sick?
I don't know what yesterday was. That was weird. It probably just was the wear and tear catching up with me. 4 days in the heat, in humidity, which I'm not used to. And that was the body's response, was to be extremely tired and cranky. I feel better though today.
High HVR. You recovered?
My HVR is 60, which is pretty good for me.
What's your recovery on Whoop?
I think it was almost 90.
Wow.
So yeah, good. Time to work.
All right, time to up the intensity.
Yeah, well, no. I've been doing a lot of intensity this season.
I just mean
I'll up it.
in the last couple days.
I'm so far behind, I've got to up it today. Today I'm going to up it. That's it. That's the right way to do it.
What is the bike workout?
Once again, it's a dynamic session. We can do as much or as little as you'd like. I always have to preface that for myself, because if you feel shitty, then I don't want you to just wait a day then if you feel bad. So anyways, if you were to do the whole session, it would be 4 times 10 to 2 by 30. That's the whole session. 4 times 10, probably around 400, and then 2 by 30, probably around 3 to 310. Lactate will guide those subsequent intervals. This is way too long.
I'll have it ready for the next one. What's your recovery once you get on the bike?
2 minutes.
I got Red Bull and a Snickers for you too.
Say that again?
I got a Red Bull and Snickers for you too.
Oh, you're the best.
You want it now or?
Oh, it's really high. Could be sweat's the problem.
Okay.
That's weirdly high. Could be true. Possibility, doubtful, but look at me. I'm fucking already sweat inside of there. Yeah, that's more what I would have expected. Thank you.
Really freaking windy. Holy cow.
Lactate in 3.
All right, so we're here at the town of Javi. This is the bike turnaround. The convenient thing about where we're staying is you can get here in like an hour, because we're about 28 miles from here. So that was one of the reasons why Lionel stayed out here this year, was he could go up and down the climb, or when he goes out of Waikoloa or Manalani area, he can just go to the right and go towards town. So right now he's doing 4 by 10 minutes at LT2, I guess. And then we're getting a lactate after every other one, just so he can see kind of where he's at, because there's so many different factors here, whether it's the humidity or the climbing or the heat. So trying to figure out what's the best pace and where is that those zones out here. So yeah.
Well, first of all, I usually don't do my threshold in TT like that, top end.
Yeah.
I do my more LT1 and middling stuff in TT. And so that probably knocks my LT2 down a bit. And then of course it's just like significantly hotter, which knocks your LT2 down even more.
So you could be completely doing the wrong zones.
Oh, I would have done, without lactate, I would have done this whole session way too high, which is what I normally would do here, and then push myself into burning more carbs. And then I'd be in the race scratching my head saying, why am I so, why am I destroyed at 6 hours?
Where do I meet you? At the gas station?
Yeah.
All right.
This one, can you do, that's good. Just because I won't stop again for fluid. I just need 1 lactate.
When will you start it at the hill?
I'm starting it like here in a minute.
On the downhill?
Yep. It's good for me. Now that one with
5 scoops?
Oh, it's good. Ooh, I'm turning into a bit of a Red Bull guy here.
I'm turning into Christian.
These are delicious.
He drinks like 3 a day.
I need to start drinking 3 of these a day, I guess.
No. He drinks 3 before the race even starts.
I can't even imagine that.
I
don't even think I'd be able to, like, I don't know what I would do.
My
False start.
My heart would beat out of my chest.
Oh, they're good. Thank you. That's it. So I'm gonna do an hour of LT1.
Okay, so how many minutes from now are you needing lactate?
61 minutes from now.
Okay.
All right, I'll see you.
All right. See ya.
It'll be past our house.
Yeah. So at 10:03. What is it? What do you think it's going to be?
Probably high. Probably too much threshold work. This is why you this is why training is dynamic. It's a lot of threshold. I'm starting to push my system in a direction I'm not. It's good. I adjusted down, but I would almost take that as
1.3.
I would take that as, well, we'll talk about that.
So you have another one of these. Recovery now.
He's going home.
Okay. You're gonna
Put a little more water in there, or this one actually, if you don't mind. This one. A little bit of water. Yeah, I'm gonna flip around. That's why I use lactate.
Nice
Truly
session.
It's the only way that you would know any of this stuff. You couldn't tell that. You wouldn't be able to tell that on your own. See you at the house.
All right, we'll see you at the house. Nice ride. Lactate is still hard to explain. Maybe we can just have ChatGPT explain it to us like we were in high school.
What is lactate? Lactate is produced when your muscles burn carbohydrates for energy during exercise. It's important to know that lactate burn is directly linked to carbohydrate burn. The harder you work, the more lactate and carbs your body uses. At low levels of exercise, your body can clear lactate easily, but as intensity increases, lactate builds up faster than your body can remove it, leading to fatigue. What is LT1? LT1, lactate threshold 1, is the point where lactate begins to rise slightly, but your body can still clear it efficiently. Example, you could do a long, steady workout like running or cycling at a moderate pace for an hour or more without burning out. Intensity. It feels challenging but manageable, the kind of pace you can maintain for endurance sessions. What is LT2? LT2, lactate threshold 2, is the point where lactate builds up rapidly and your body can no longer clear it fast enough. This leads to quicker fatigue. Example, you might do shorter, intense intervals, like hard 4 to 8 minute efforts on the bike or run, followed by rest. Intensity. This is close to your maximum effort, where you're really pushing hard, but can only hold the pace for a short time. Sure, why is lactate important? Since lactate reflects how your body is burning carbohydrates, it gives a precise measurement of how hard you're working. Some athletes prefer to train using lactate instead of relying on power or heart rate because factors like heat, wind, or fatigue can throw off those numbers. Lactate levels directly show how your body is responding, making it easier to train in the right zones and avoid overtraining. When Lionel talks about lactate in his videos, he's using it to make sure he's training at the right intensity, regardless of changing conditions, to optimize his performance.
Are you happy with that workout? You seem pretty positive.
Yeah, I mean, when you don't care about like anything other than yourself and trying to train yourself the best that you can, and it doesn't, like, what would I compare myself to? Nothing. Comparing myself to myself and how good I could do. So without the lactate, truly could not make those types of decisions. So I do remember one thing that, I don't know, in a video or interview Gustav once said is, on day 1 of the block, the lactate feels too easy. Day 2, it feels just right. And day 3, it feels too hard. And that's how I would describe today. Today's day 1. I would say the lactate felt too easy and I overshot. But then I reminded myself, I said, well then, if you're gonna overshoot and not make any adjustments, then don't come crying to me when you're walking down the Queen K in the race. So I made the adjustments. So then you saw when I did that rep at the end of the LT2 set, I adjusted down 365 watts for 20 minutes, 2.2 millimole. So with the heat, with the TTing, that's where my LT2 is. And then after I took that reading in the LT1 rep, I adjusted down to about 300, and I was 1.3 millimole, so perfect. So I'd be willing to bet you if I repeated this workout tomorrow, I probably would have to really push to get my lactate, you know what I mean? I'd probably have to push more power to get my lactate to the same levels. So that's how you see how it's always this puzzle and always this you have 2 blocks.
Could you read that by a feel or heart rate?
Absolutely not. You couldn't tell what substrate. You couldn't tell how your substrate utilization is changing. Absolutely not. With conditions and with fatigue or with freshness, you wouldn't be able to tell that.
Yeah.
Which I would say, for me, with certainty, that's definitely why I have, let's say, underperformed in hot races and been fairly consistent. I don't know if I've had a bad race yet at the Ironman distance in temperate conditions. Have I had a bad race? Lake Placid. Okay, I got 3rd one time. Yeah.
Coeur d'Alene.
That was a bad race. Coeur d'Alene was over 100 degrees.
Oh yeah.
My only inconsistency is hot races. But it makes sense because substrate utilization is all changing, especially as you're both exercising in the heat as well as racing in the heat and training in the heat. The way that the way that you're cooling yourself, that extra energy is coming from somewhere, and if you aren't cognizant of where it's coming from, then you will be scratching your head when you're walking saying, it just doesn't make any sense. Why am I out of energy? Why am I out of energy 90 minutes to 2 hours before I'm supposed to be out of energy? And that's why. I mean, that is predominantly why. Restaurant? No? Hi. You going swimming? Yeah.
Did you even have a swim planned?
I'm just playing the dynamic game. So I'm at 20 in my 7-day total is 28 kilometers. So made that mistake 2 days ago, taking days off. We don't take any days off any of the sports ever again.
Like the Tour de France guys.
That's right, just like the Tour de France guys. My easy days from now on, 4-hour rides, 2-hour run. 50 mineral.
I have
This will be on for the rest of the camp. If you put a little bit of this on.
It will, I can tell. You wake up with it on, so.
Come on, Levi. You're okay. How many laps are we gonna do?
I'm gonna do.
Out to the buoy and back.
I'm gonna do it twice. How many are you gonna do?
10 laps out to the buoy and back.
10?
Me and you?
I said 2.
Yeah, so we'll multiply it by 10, and so we'll do 20.
How about we do this? I'll do backstroke, and I'll make sure there's nothing out there.
Yeah, really. You go first. Let me know how it is.
I'll let you know if there's anything out there.
You're okay, bud.
I forgot to bring my plyo stick too, so.
Yeah, that's true. You're gonna pull a muscle.
I mean my broom mop.
We can go get it from Target for you. Okay, we're gonna do. I want you to do 3. Do you know that? 1, 2, Levi. 3. Okay, do 1. Do 1. Up over your head. Okay, 1. Good. Now 2. Levi.
1 more.
And back. No. 1 more. Okay, and all right. That's okay. It's not enough. Oh, when you do it intentionally.
Hey, come here for a second. Let me tie the string on your shorts.
Oh, you guys will be able to see me when it takes me under at least.
Usually, the sharks go for the thicker meat. I don't think they're gonna be going to you.
They'll be going to you.
They'll be coming to me.
Thanks, Bert. for coming with me. I was very fearful.
At what point out
Once
there
we
did
got
you
out there.
think, I'm behind Talbot?
Yeah, I didn't enjoy when I was behind you. Out here, swim once a week for sure. It's nice.
All right, end of the day. How did the body turn around from yesterday?
Oh, amazing, actually. Absolutely amazing. I feel like $1 million.
Full
Yeah, I will
5
never
hours of
take,
training?
I will never take a recovery day ever again.
Do you think you
That's
should
it.
have learned that a long time ago, or you just learned it on the job?
The day you stop learning is the day that you start getting older. So I'm just keep learning.
And just set you up for a run workout tomorrow?
Tomorrow is, yeah, run workout in the morning, and then we'll shake out the run on the bike, and then probably threshold swim.